Confident, strong, strident. Are these the words that you could use for the very first day in court for the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company today. And yes, I was there in the court to tell you exactly what went on. Fascinating stuff, as you can imagine. Now, this really is groundbreaking in many respects because we saw Prince Harry arriving very shortly just before court was about to start. He was met outside by his QC, David Sherborne, and with a gentle pat was guided into the courtroom. Very quickly, though, it was established that this was going to be no ordinary court case. Apparently, Harry, who'd always basically claimed before that just call me Harry, definitely wanted to refer to his rightful title, Prince Harry, in court, not the Duke of Sussex. That tells you a lot, actually, about where Prince Harry's head is quite now, simply because, of course, he knows this has more clout within the court. Now, what you have to remember is there you are for the very first time in around about 100 years, having a former member, a senior member of the British monarchy right before your eyes. And I believe that Prince Harry truly also thinks that this could be the star power that is needed to direct this particular case. There you have, at very close quarters at the Prince, a well-renowned, well-known face, simply worldwide. But how did he get on? Well, of course, the usual tricks and things were put forward by Andrew Green QC. He started off very quietly and very nicely towards the Prince, but it quickly escalated into, well, speculation and circumspect. What was interesting was that Harry allegedly has been referring to articles and features that dated back, well, way back from when he was 11 years old. And more importantly, allegedly, when he had a phone. Well, apparently, this was 2 years before he had a phone. Now, the QC, Mr. Green, suggested again that this was all speculative and that how did he know these particular stories? And Harry put forward that these were presented to him by his legal team. Of course, he may have seen them when he was 11, but he couldn't recollect. Once again, this infuriated Mr. Green, the QC. But the juicy things really were simply this. Clearly, we'd always known that Prince Harry and Prince William had a rather disconnected relationship with so-called Rock of Princess Diana, the tray carrier Paul Burrell. Now, Prince Harry really confirmed that by using an expletive which was in written form as part of his evidence. Clearly, no love lost there. It was stated that William suggested perhaps that he and Harry made a connection with Mr. Burrell to find out certain things that they may not have known in advance, but Prince Harry was having none of it. What about James Hewitt, the infamous flame-haired riding instructor that Princess Diana had a relationship with? Well, according to Prince Harry, this caused him great problems, particularly at school. Many people reflected upon the fact that he wasn't also King Charles's son, but he worked it out for himself many years later. But he said during that time, it caused a lot of distress, as one can imagine. Moving thick and fast and forward, then we had the editor, the former editor of the Daily Mirror, the group that is being sued, Mirror Group newspapers during that particular time, Piers Morgan, who's now gone on to become a television presenter. Prince Harry basically said he had no time for him at all. And the bottom line was he caused a lot of distress and heartache. But what really came through and shone through with a lot of, if you like, power was simply the fact that Prince Harry is hoping to reform the British media. He feels that that particular media at that time during his life caused him ultimate distress. It really came to light when he was under investigation regarding his relationship with the former blonde squeeze Chelsea Davy. Very clearly, it was very obvious and very fast that Prince Harry blamed the British media for the way that particular relationship had actually fallen apart. Now, as we've told you before, this isn't necessarily the case according to good sources close to Miss Davy. But moving forward, it was simply wrapped up as Prince Harry basically blaming the British media. Now, the problem Harry has, quite, enthralled at this particular story, this unfolding in front of them, well, he's now got to convince even more people tomorrow when he takes the stand once again. Of course, Harry attacked the British government, which didn't go down well. Let's not forget, this is His Majesty's government, his father, King Charles. And he also threw into the bombshells that he believed King Charles's phone could have been hacked too. But once again, there were no written statements or requested statements from the Prince, the Princess of Wales, or indeed King Charles, which left that particular line of questioning go rather flat. But as for Harry right now, it's all to play for. Many people suggest that he put on a very good first day performance. But tomorrow, Mr. Sherborne, the QC for Prince Harry, has a lot of hard work to do. And many people are speculating so far that this particular story, the way it's going, is all based on the fact that it's recollections rather than hard evidence. Now, it remains to be seen if the judge feels the very same way. And given the fact that Prince Harry couldn't be bothered to turn up for the very first day of the court hearing, that won't have gone unnoticed. But Harry is simply hoping that his star power as Prince Harry, not the Duke of Sussex, will certainly turn it all around by end of play tomorrow. As ever, I'll be back in court telling you exactly how it unfolded. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.